Hello grade 12, so I'm busy with the HSE workbook. I'm on chapter 3, page 10. So I'm going to do the sectional elevation to scale 1 to 20 at the moment. Okay, so they say show the following features of the drawing: the complete foundation, wall, slab, roof and ceiling details, the window detail with a lintel as well as the door detail with lintel, all detail on the east side of the cutting plane, and then all substructures hatching may be drawn in freehand. Okay, so then they say the south and west elevation to scale 1 to 50. Okay, so that will be on the next page. Okay, so we're doing now the sectional elevation to scale 1 to 20. Okay, so if we're looking here, okay, so this is the north, south, then it's our east side and our west side. Okay, so if we go and look here, they say that we shoot all detail on the east side of the cutting plane, so it means that everything else, if here, this is the cutting plane. Okay, so if we're looking in the east direction, so we're standing here and we're looking at that. Okay, so we would still see, if we're cutting over here through the bathroom, we will still see the toilet and the bath as well. Okay, and here is a built-in cupboard, so we will also see that. Okay, but first let's start with what they give us. And now on this page, on page 13, so here I just want to show here at the bottom. So here they actually give you a foundation and say start there. So this will be then, I just quickly want to fix that. Okay, so we would start with this part over there. Okay, and let's go and look at the external wall is 200. So if we take 200 divided by the 20, we'll get 10. So I'm going to start here. I'm just going to move this up quickly. Okay, so I'm going to get the middle, the center of this, and then 200 divided by the 20, then we'll get 10. So it's 5 to each side. I'm just going to draw construction lines upwards. Okay, so there's my construction lines. And then they say, over here they say, okay, so 260 to the natural ground level. Okay, so 260 divided by the 20, it's 13. So I'm going to measure 13 upwards. Okay, so that is my natural ground level. And I'm also going to draw that to this side as well, because we're cutting through here. So we're cutting here through this internal wall and through the window here. So if we're looking in this way, so it means that this is actually the foundation that I'm drawing now is over here. Okay, so we have to go and determine what is the total length from this wall to that wall. Okay, and that we can also go and measure at the previous page, which we did. I just quickly want to get that one. I think it's now at the back of this one. Okay, sorry about that. So, okay, so at the previous page, we can go and see this is where the cutting line was. I can just go and measure this distance between this wall and the outer wall. Okay, and then I'll see it's 120 millimeters. So if I take 120 millimeters and times it's by the scale, which is 50, then I get 6,000, and then I would take and divide that by 20, so then it's 300. So it means from this outer part of the wall, from here, okay, so I just want to measure, so this is half, okay, so it's 15, to the other outer part of the wall should be 300. Okay, so this means that is where the outer wall will be. Okay, and now I can also just go and draw the construction line for the outer wall, and 10 inwards, because the wall thickness will be 10 millimeter. I can also go and get the middle to start with the foundation, and I'm just also going to copy it from this side, which will be then it's 3, okay, and I'm also just going to project from here where the foundation starts, okay. And I'm just going to measure 15 from both sides, and there is my foundation. Okay, so I just want to make sure quickly. Okay, so it must be from here. This is 15 and 15 again. Okay, so that's fine. So now we still have to put in the foundation in the middle, this one that we're also gonna see, and I also gonna measure that from our floor plan, and that will be then from here, from the outer part. It is 79 to the inner wall. Okay, so 79 times 50, so then you get 3,950 divided by the 20, then it will be 179, 97.5. Okay, so I measured also now from the outside of the wall, this outside, so it's 100 and, okay, so I'm just going to measure here. It is 160, 117, 18, 90 and 97.5. So that will be where the wall will start. Okay, and then also the thickness of that wall is 100. They're telling us on our question paper, so it's 100, and the foundation is 400 and 200. Okay, so 100 divided by the 20, then we'll get 5. Okay, and that will be the thickness of this wall, the non-load bearing wall. Okay, and then I'm also going to get like the center, and I'm going to take 400 divided by the 20, and then it's 20, so it means that this foundation will be 20 millimeters by this 18 millimeters. Okay, so now that part is also done. Okay, so we're finished with the foundation. Okay, then the next part will be, this will be the compact hardcore between the lines, this part. Okay, then it is our concrete slab. Okay, and this part is now 160, so 160 divided by the 20. Then it's 80. 8. 160 divided by 20, so it will get 8 millimeters. And that is what I'm going to measure now up. And that is, I'm also going to measure from the center. So here from the center of the wall, and this is the concrete slab is going through to the other side and also the center. Okay, and then the next part is this wall. The concrete slab is also 100, so the beton laag is 100, so also it's 5 millimeters that I'm going to measure up. Okay, and then our DPC will go straight through there and as well on this side. So that is our DPC, ons volgweerlaag. Okay, so that part is finished. Okay, so I'm just going to erase this part, that line. Okay. The next part is where the wall plate will start. So they say from our final floor level is 2,600. So 2,600 divided by the 20. Then we'll get 130. So I'm going to measure from here upwards. Okay, so van my final floor level af gaan ek 130 meet, and that will be where my wall plate will start. So I'm just going to draw a line because that is also where the ceiling board will be. So ons plafon board gaan daar begin. Okay, so I can draw that line straight through. I'm just going to let this wall touch that line, and this one I'm just going to extend that one. Okay, and this is where this non-load bearing wall will stop as well as there, and then this one on this side. Okay, so that's also going to stop there. Okay. So then they say that the wall plate is 114 divided by the 20, then we'll get 5.7 again. Okay, so just remember that your wall plate should start from in the inside of the, from the center of the wall. Okay, so this is where my wall plate will be. My wall is 10 millimeters thick, so that is where it will start. And it's also, the thickness of the wall plate is 38. Okay, so if we divide that by 20, we'll get 1.8, so it will be 2 millimeters. So I'm just gonna draw a straight line up, which is 2 millimeters, and I'm also just gonna extend that line straight through to the other side. Okay, and then the wall plate will be 6 millimeters, so if we go and look, it will be just out on the outside, and that's fine. Okay, so your wall plate will go right to there. Okay, and then you do it on the other side as well. Okay, and then just draw your cross through. En dit beteken dat dit is onafgewerkte hout. So dit is hoekom daar 'n kruisdeur is. And I'm also just going to extend that line. Okay. Yo, this doesn't look actually in the middle by now. Okay, but that's fine. And then the next part is I'm going to start with my brand rings, and my brand rings will also be 2mm by 2mm. And you'll see that they don't give it to you there, but here they say brand rings is 38 by 38, evenly spaced. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the first brand ring over here. Okay, and okay, so there is a problem, something that I just say and of sien. It's that die dakhelling is 20 grade en hier sê dit 25 grade. So ek het nou eers 25 gevat. I took 25 first and then I saw, okay, now my roof is going over the page. Okay, or almost out of the page. So your ja, die dakhelling, so die pitch moet 20 grade wees. Okay, so we must take 20 degrees. And then I also saw that they set the plaster shielding board on 6 strips. Okay, so brand rings. So it means evenly spaced. So it means they give you the space, there must be 6 brand rings. Okay, so okay, I already started with my first one. Okay, so if they want 6, we have to go and measure this whole from the inside of the wall, of the non-load bearing wall to the other side, and then you'll get 280. So 280 divided by 6, then you'll get 46,6. So let's say 47. So I'm gonna take 47 for the next brand ring, again 47 for the next one, and just carry on with that. And that will be where your brand rings will start. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Okay, and each brand ring is 2 by 2 millimeters. Okay, so just go and complete your brand rings. Okay, and each one should have a cross through. Okay, this should not be freehand. Okay, and then you'll see that my ceiling board, I actually thickened this line to show there's a ceiling board. Okay, this is my time beam. I just erased some parts of it, so okay, that should not be erased. Okay, and then they say the degrees is 20. Okay, the angle, and not just ignore this one. So it's not 25 because they say the roof pitch is 20. So then take your protractor and from your corner of the wall plate, just measure 20 degrees, and the same on the other side. Okay, and then you can go and draw your truss, roof truss, the rafter. Okay, and then each roof truss, yeah, the rafter should be, they say if roof truss is 114, and this is the thickness. So if you take 140, again you'll get 6 millimeters. So what I do is you can either take a ruler just to make sure that you're measuring perpendicular. So jy moet loodreg meet 6 millimeter op, and then again 6 somewhere. Just make sure that it is measured, that it loodreg is. Okay, and if you have the 2 marks, you can just go and draw a line through both of them. Okay, and then the same on the other side. Okay, so there is my 2. Okay, there they connect. Okay, and then the overhang, just to recap on the overhang. Okay, so if they don't give it on the page, you can also just go and take the floor plan and measure it from the floor plan, and then you'll see that the overhang is 8 millimeters, so 8 times 50, because the floor plan is 50, sorry. So it's 400 then, and divided by 20, then you'll get 20 again. Okay, so it means this part will be 20, and that is where your rafter will stop. Here is my erased this part of it. Okay, and just do the same on the other side as well. Just measure 20 to know where your rafter will stop. Okay, and then I'm also just going to connect these 2. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that part is finished. Okay, so then the next part is you can start with your purlines. Okay, and the questions say that, yeah, here they say the purlines should be 850, but here they say it's 700. Okay, so I just went to look at, just ignore this one. Use the 700. Okay, so there should be, yeah, it should be spaced 700 from the center to the center, and each purline 75 by 50. So if you divide that by 20, then you'll get 4, and by 3. So that will be the measurement for each one. Okay, so I'm going to start at the top. So I'm going to start over here somewhere. Okay, so the thickness will be 3 millimeters, and the same, I'm going to do the same on this side. Okay, and then also you have to go and measure perpendicular, so that dit moet loodreg wees, so meer dan 4 millimeter op, because it's 75 by 50. Okay, so there is the one. Okay, and then do the same for the other one. Also just measure perpendicular 4 millimeters upwards, and again. Okay, so what is important for this, I know mine is not very neat. draw now. What is important for this is to know that yours shouldn't look like a square, because then you won't get the marks in the exams. It should look like a rectangle. And then 700 divided by the 20, you'll get 35. So from each center, I'm going to measure 35, okay? And then in that center, I'm going to measure 1.5 millimeters to the side, and again 1.5 millimeters to the side, so that again that I can just go and measure perpendicular to that 4 millimeters upwards and 4 millimeters upwards. Okay, so now that you've finished with all your purlins, okay, we can also go and put in the roof sheet. The roof cover is 15 millimeters, so if you divide it by 20, you'll also get 1 millimeter. So this part will be 1 millimeter. So also just measure 1 millimeter. Okay, and then just draw your roof sheet. Okay, and then the same on this side. That is done now. Okay, and then after I've drawn my roof sheet, I can also do the beam filling. So your wall will stop over here, and I'm going to draw it in front of the rafter, so it will go straight up to there and straight up to there. Okay, so now we can start with the gutter as well. Okay, so this is the roof. We can also go and do the trusses as well. Okay, so now for the fascia, they say the fascia is 200 and where is that now? The fascia, okay, 225 by 20. So the thickness will be 1 millimeter again. And then if you take 225 divided by 20, it will be 11. Okay, so I'm going to measure like that. It doesn't have to be in the center. Remember, if we mark it, we just want to see, do you know there should be a fascia? Okay, so there's the fascia. Okay, and then the same on the other side, and then you have to put in the gutter. The gutter is 100 by 100, and remember they can also say 150 by 100. Okay, so 100 by 100, so it will be 5 millimeters by 5, and the gutter I'm going to place in the middle of the fascia. Okay, and then also my roof sheeting will stop here. They don't say where it should stop, but at least that the water should be able to flow from here into the gutter. Okay, so sometimes there's also like a purlin in the side, but just with the measurement they did give us now, there doesn't fit in. There doesn't fit in. Ja, daar een pas nie daarin nie. Okay. So ons gebruik net hierdie. En dan sê hulle vir ons the downpipe, the rainwater down. Okay, so we don't have to draw one. Okay, so we don't have to put downpipe in. Okay, so there's the gutter, and you do that the same on the other side. Okay, and then we can start with our hatching, and also we're now we're now cutting through a door. So on this side there should be a door. Let's just go and look at their measurements. So here they say the door is 2,100. So if you take 2,100 divided by 20, you'll get 105. And I'm going to measure that from the final floor. So from here, 105 upwards. Okay, so that is where the door will be, and as well, let's just see. It will also go through this door over here, and then the window. But this looks actually like an open space. Yeah. So this is not a door. Okay, so it's just an open space. We're going to see this wall there, and then the window. Okay, so the window should also be the same height, so just draw it on the other side. Okay, and then the door, all they give us is that, okay, yeah, so they don't give us any measurement for the window frame, but usually it is 5 millimeters, so it means 50 millimeters. So if we take 50 divided by 20, then we'll get 3 millimeters. So it means that, let's just go and get the center of this line, of this wall. So if this is the center, and we take 50 and divide it by 20, it will be 2.5. So I'm gonna measure 1 millimeter to both sides, and that will be our door. And we also have to go and put in the lintel as well, and they say that the lintel is they don't actually give us the lintel as well. So okay, so then we just take 85, so 85 divided by 20, and then we'll get 4 millimeters. So I'm just going to measure 4 millimeters upwards. So if they don't give us the measurement for the lintel, we just use 85 always. Okay, and then this will be also on the other side where the window is. Okay, so I'm going to start with the hatching on this spot. Okay, so just remember to write natural ground level, your DPC on this side. Okay, and this can be freehand, your compact hardcore, you can do it right through, okay, to the other side. Okay, your concrete slab, your okay, and your undisturbed earth. Okay, you must at least show it on both sides of the foundation to get the marks for your hatching. Okay, you don't have to do it all the way through to the other side, but you have to show also it's on both sides of the foundation on this side. Okay, and the same here. Okay, and remember to hatch these two foundations as well. Okay, and your concrete hardcore is supposed to be hatched all the way through. And as well, I just want to see, as well as your compact hardcore, concrete slab I meant, but your concrete hardcore, sorry, is supposed to be hatched all through. So die bulk, hierdie is jou verdigte vulling. Okay, so there's that. Okay, and then I'm just gonna erase this part. Okay, and now we can hatch the walls. So over here there's nothing, we're just seeing a plain wall. Okay, and then the same on this side as well. Okay. Okay, so you have also to add of your must hatch here where the beam filling is. Okay, so you by die bulk filling moet mens ook, and then also the lintel. Okay, so that part is done, and then we have to do the window. Okay, so the window we're cutting through is, now we have to go and look at the measurements. So the window is window 1. Window 1 is this one, so it is 1000 millimeters. So 1000 divided by the 20, it gives you 50 millimeters. So I'm going to measure 50 millimeters down. So it's to there. Okay, and then I'm going to get the center. And also I'm just going to measure, because they don't give us the height of where the windowsill will be. So I'm just going to take the standard measurement, and that is also 85 divided by the 20. So again, you'll get 4 millimeters. So that is the standard measurement if they don't give it to you. Okay, so there will be my windowsill, and then you have to take the 30 degrees triangle, and you have to go and put it in on that corner over there and draw a line. So this will be for the windowsill. We just have to go and look what is the measurement of it. So they say there's a fiber cement still under all. Fiber cement still under all. Okay, so the next part that we must do is we should go and look what we're going to see. So we're going to see the bath, and then as well as the toilet. And here they also show the measurement of the toilet from the side. So it will be 700 divided by 20, and then it's 35 millimeters, and the toilet is against the wall. Okay, so 700, this will be the width, so it's 35. So I'm just going to measure 35 up to the left, and then they say the height is 800. So 800 divided by the 20, it'll get 40. So it's 40 millimeters upwards. Okay, and then you can draw that line. Okay, and then this part, okay, so this part is then 400 divided by the 20 is 20 millimeters. Okay, and then you can just go and get the center of this 35, and I'm gonna just make a mark at the bottom, and then you can just go and connect it to lines. Okay, so that is now the toilet, and then we have to put in the bath. So the bath is 1,700 divided by 20, so it's 85. Okay, and then, okay, so 85, so mine will be till here. I'm just gonna draw a line over there. Okay, so then the thickness of the height of the bath is 450 divided by 20, and then you'll get 22.5, so it's 22.5 upwards. Okay, so that is the height of the bath. And okay, so they don't give you any other measurement for how what's the measurement of that part, so you can just go and draw in, doesn't matter which angle, just go and complete your bath like that. So that is what we'll still be able to see from the side. Okay, and then we can start with our roof trusses. So they show you the center lines of each one. Okay, so and this will be also then 20 degrees. So I'm gonna draw my center line. Okay, and then from here I'm gonna measure with my protractor 20 degrees and 20 degrees as well this side. Okay, and then you can also go and just draw in your center line. Okay, where it touched the center there. Okay, so it must touch the center over there. Okay, and then from there also your center line. Okay, and then the same on this side. So that is my 20 degrees mark, center line, where it touched the center. I'm just guessing that that is the center. I can see that. Okay, and then we should remember that the trusses, the roof truss, were 6 millimeters, so it will be 3 millimeters to each side. Okay, and then you can go and just go and put it in. Okay, so there is my roof trusses as well. Okay, so just remember on this side also to put your fascia and your gutter. We already named the final floor level as well. Voltoide vloervlak, and we can just name it here at the end, at the bottom. Section on AA. Okay, and then your snit op AA. Okay, and then we're finished. Okay, for the roof cap, so the daknok. Okay, so it's this part. It's 300. So if you divide it by 20, you'll get 15. So just measure from here, 15 that way, and 15 to the right. And then I just used one of my circle stencils. The radius, diameter doesn't matter which circle, as long as it just looks very neatly. And then I just measure 1 millimeter upwards, and the same this side. Okay, just to go and finish that roof cap. And then yeah, that one also just have a rounding there and a rounding there. So that's all. Okay, and then we're finished.